Welcome back to Sticks and Strings. I'm Naomi.
I'm Beth.
I'm Eve.
And today was the Shades of Grey, apparently, wardrobe. We literally don't talk about what to wear.
Usually.
So it is the very last minute of May. We hope your May has been good. And looking forward
Look
to...
what I have in my stitching bag.
What is it? Show it to the camera.
The remote for the TV.
We see what you've been doing all week. So welcome back to our channel. You know us. We sit around, we get our crafts and our favorite drinks, and there's no bad stories about these drinks this week. It was very uneventful at McDonald's.
Except for when Beth had a lake and all.
Except had a lake on top.
Oh yeah, that was. They were overfilled for once. Usually
Yes.
you have like this much room at the top. So grab your drink, grab your craft, and sit back and relax with us for a little while. We're gonna chat. I am going first. So I have been very monogamous this week. Between working very late, almost every single night at my job, because we are in a crunch time. I have only been working on Hannah's top. So this is the Horizon top by Yumiko Alexander, and I'm making it in the Tilly Baracco Tilly yarn in the color Mian, M-I-A-N, which is basically a gray gradient, as you can see. And I was looking at it the other day, and I really like the way the grays, it's almost diagonal. I don't know if you can see. I'll take a photo, but you see how the grays, the color almost looks diagonal, like the gradient is going this way.
I wish we could put something behind
Yeah,
it.
like I said, I'll take a photo. But it's going very well. I just started my 8th repeat. Each repeat is 2 of these stacked window stitches. So I have a total for the top of 13 to do for the back. So this stitch marker right here marks the joint. So this is like a flap that is open on the back of the bodice. And then from here to the 9th repeat is the body. I mark for the sleeves, and then I do the rest after that. And then I move on to making the front. So I don't know if I'm going to, since I'm making 2 of these, if I'm going to make a sock and a sock and a shoe and a shoe, or if I'm going to make a sock and a shoe and a sock and a shoe. In other words, do I make the back and the front of one and then the back and the front of the other? Or do I make 2 backs and 2 fronts?
I think it would be less confusing if you made a back and a front and a back and a front.
A sock and a shoe and a sock and a shoe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because then you can fold them together for when you're sewing them up.
Yeah. So, well, you make them completely separate and you block them completely separately.
That's what I'm saying. When they're
Actually, I think I remember her saying when in the tutorial she made them and sewed them at the top, at the shoulder, and then blocked them so that she could block the back at a length, and then the front is obviously shorter, and blocked them that way. And then once it was blocked, she sewed up the sides. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will make the front and the back. I mean the back and front, and then the back and front. That,
you could just use stitch markers to put it together.
Yeah. So this is what I've been doing all week, and that is pretty much it. I just decided to go gangbusters on this and try to knock it out.
When does Hannah leave for her summer thing?
She leaves for her summer thing at the end of June, so that's kind of my timeline, which is another reason I think I want to make a back and a front. I think if I'm later making Corley's, it won't be so much such a big deal. I don't know what Corley's doing this summer, but she's not my daughter. And I know she's getting married in September, so that's fun. But yeah, so I think I will just do Hannah's and get it completed, and that way, I don't know, I'll just be used to it.
Yeah, and also you just won't have any, delay kind of things. That,
Right,
you can.
right.
So you can finish a sweater and then move on to the next sweater.
Yeah. So that is me. That is literally all I have done this week. So I think Beth is going next.
Yes.
I'm gonna pause. So Beth is going next.
Yes. So last week I had a finish that I showed, the Raven. And so all I had left of my May WIP-GO was my other new start, and I showed a little bit. I just started a little bit of it. Moon Gazer by Heartstring Samplery. I had done just a little bit of the Death Star moon,
It really looks like a Death Star.
but I stitched a little more on it.
I told her at the bottom she should put, I have a very bad feeling about this.
But so I finished the moon completely, the gray color that shows the craters or whatever, and I did more of these little. You can't see them online, but there's little individual squares for stars, little specks of stars. So I did them all, and I counted like a crazy person, so I could start on this tree. So there's this tree, and then there's like a patch of gray and white for the snow. And I did the outline of the bunny, and I'm working on his tail right now. And then there's over here, there's a couple more trees, one a lighter green and another one like this, and the snow field kind of goes across. And that's really all there is to it. But today is Saturday the 30th. So I'm going to try to finish the bunny's tail, and I think that's about it. I might do some of the gray that's mixed in with the snow here, because the white color is Weeks Dye Works Grits, and that's in a couple of my other patterns that I'm going to be doing later this summer. And so I don't want to, use it all up and need it, and I'll probably have to either go to the attic or order more of that thing, because I was spending a lot of my time the other night going through all of my threads to kit up several things at once. But anyway, so this is Moon Gazer, and I might do a little bit more on it in the next, maybe today or tomorrow, but that's as far as I got on my new start of Moon Gazer. So let me just get this out of the way here. I'm making a big mess. So one of the things that came in the mail the other day was my my order, the rest of my order from Stephanie Webb from Linda Stitches, stuff that I bought during the spring mingle. And she sent this little card that has the Midsummer Stitch dates on it, July 18th through 19th, and the artists are going to be featured: Tiny Modernist, Jet X Stitch, The Blue Flower, House of Cam, and Stitch Me. So there's this little card, but on the other side of it is project details. So you can put your date started, the fabric dyer, fabric color, fabric count, floss dyer, and other notes on there.
So did you buy this stuff in an anticipation of that, or did you buy it from the spring mingle and?
Well, this and this were just complimentary, and there's a sticker here, this little moth sticker. She just included in the package.
I didn't get a door hanger.
Yeah, I love this little door hanger. It has all the dates of the virtual events, the Midsummer Stitch, Harvest Moon Hangout, Jingle Ball. But on this side, it says, "Please do not disturb. I'm stabbing things." So yeah, that's pretty cute.
That's cute.
But one of the things I ordered from Puntini is a little pin set, and there'll be a close-up picture, but it's called Avocado Toast. So there's a little pin with a piece of toast, a little pin with looks like a flower, a rose, and a pin with a purple avocado.
That's cute.
I know.
It could be an eggplant, but no, it's an avocado.
Yeah, it's an avocado. so that came along with some fabric I'll show you in a second. But so then one of my so the June numbers were released for WIP-GO. It's 12 and 21, and one of my WIP-GO things is our favorite elf. This is a Teresa Kogut. And I don't remember when I worked on this last, but this is from 2024, the Jingle Ball. So I worked on it, and I almost finished it, but not quite. So I did all the little
I'm gonna move
details.
this just to the side for you.
Oh! I was afraid you were going to spill my drink on everything.
I'll get it. I'll get it. It's my fault. I'll get it.
No, it's all right. I got it.
I was like, poor Beth. And then I messed everything up. Here, throw it at me.
It's all right.
No, put it back. Here, throw it at me.
Except I can't throw. That's why Robert never learned how to play baseball.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so I did all the details, all the buttons and different colors and stuff. There's a little sheep and wreath and stuff. So I did all those things. So the only thing that needs to be done is this red color fill-in on the Santa's little coat thing. So my goal, for this was listed as 7 days, but really I expect to be able to finish it, because it's kind of dense stitching. There's a lot of stitching in his body, but I should be able to finish that easily. Because I was going through it, the project bag for this, and I was like, I've done everything in this color. I've done everything in that color, and there's only one bobbin left, that I needed to use. So.
Except in June we have to close the.
Yeah. But
We might not have as much time to stitch in.
yeah. So then my other WIP for that is Festive Forest by the Blue Flower, and this is for that muffin. This it's finished basically like the same as a Biscornu or a mattress finish. It's just a different shape. Yeah. So I think I did. Yeah, like the first two peaks of, I think there's 6 or 8 or something, of these little peaks like that, and you wrap them around and pull the points down. So I've done that, and I started the third peak. I started the top of the third peak. So I will be stitching more of the third peak, and hopefully I think those 2 peaks are finished completely. So. And my work cut out for me, because that's a lot of stitching for that one. So then my 2 new starts, one is Stitchy Pro's Night Owl. This is part of the Night Garden palette from not this past market, but the market before. And so I have the threads. These are the Night Garden palette threads by Threadworks. That I used them
The blue flowers.
last month or
Yes, on the blue flower iris.
yeah, on Iris, yeah. So that's for this new start, and this again, they're not very big. It's 60 by 60, and I have not quite nailed down what fabric I'm going to stitch that on. If I can get one of those grab bag fabrics that's the right size, I might go ahead and use that. And then kind of the same thing with this Merry and Bright Mice. This is it was a freebie by Lindsay Waite of Primrose Cottage. And it's also not very big. It's like 79 by 52. It's a little mice decorating a tree. Very cute.
Oh yeah.
But it is all Week Star Works threads, and I have them somewhere. it's a, you know, I pulled out all my threads, all my weeks and other fancy flosses, and because you know I had like a whole bunch of things to kit up, right? All the stuff for cross stitch camp and my June WIP-GO stuff, and I have several patriotic things that I'm working on, that I'm going to be working on, or going to squeeze in here and there, as my plans anyway. So I you know, was going through all my DMC and all my fancy floss a lot. So, but there's a little bit of overlap in several of these projects, and I'm like, I was like scribbling everything down, writing it down, crossing it off. Like I have this, and I don't have that. I have, you know, and I've ordered this. Or I was in an uproar for several days. But anyways, so for June cross stitch camp, I talked about how about autumn owl etching, and I did find the threads for that. These are what do you call it? Classic Colorworks. Is there only 3 colors? 4, I think. No, yeah, there's 4 here. Yeah. So one of them I'm running out of sticks and twigs, but yeah. So I have used the 4 colors for autumn owl etching, and I found a piece of fabric in that grab bag that I think I'm going to use. I was trying to see if I had written down anywhere that what color, what fabric I had used for the other 3 that I've stitched, and I think they're all different. I think like the winter cardinal one that I did, I think I did it on crochet, which Hobby Lobby doesn't carry anymore, but. Anyway, so I just found one from that grab bag that was the right size and everything, and so I think it's 32 count even weave. So yeah. So that's going to be for my June cross stitch camp thing, and then the other thing I did was. Excuse me. Part of the shipment that I got from Linda Stitches from Stevie Webb was this piece of fabric that was dyed exclusively for the Spring Mingle, and this is Gaia by Picture This Plus. This is 36 count linen. I sort of aimed for 32 count, but that was sold out by the time I went to the shopping mall. And I went to the shopping mall like first thing Friday night. So the 32 count was already sold out, but this is 36 count. So it's very pretty blue, light blue, mottled light blue. But the other thing I did was I ordered from, I think I got this at 123 Stitch. This is a Worthy Patriot, which I have been thinking about since Market, because it came out at Market. A lot of people were buying it, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to buy it. It's big and it's expensive. That's not expensive, but expensive for me. And I hemmed and hawed about it, and then lots of people were starting it, lots of people doing it, and I thought, you know what? I want that. I want it a lot. It's by Plum Street Samplers, a Worthy Patriot, and the more I looked at it, the more I saw it online, the more I decided I wanted it.
Big.
Yeah. But it's really neat. It has, so there's like, Give Me Liberty or Give Me Death, the Paul Revere's ride, and there was 2 other guys that were with him, and it's there's really a lot of interesting research detail in the back of the pattern that she talks about, like the 3 riders, the battles of Lexington and was it Concord, I think, or
Mhm.
yeah, and then crossing the Delaware,
So the other two writers go, how come you got all the credit?
and Betsy Ross, and then the phrase
Malcolm Gladwell talks about that actually.
Life,
About
Liberty,
why
and the
Revere was known for his ride, and that Prescott and Dawes were not. But it's very interesting.
yeah. But anyway, it just
It's really cool.
really interesting, yeah.
It's all
and
marketing.
I'm glad I purchased it. But so when I was looking at it, I went ahead and I was looking at the floss list and thinking, I think I have that, I have that, I have that. I need to order these, and so I ordered several colors when I ordered the pattern, and they're mostly Classic Colorworks, and then a few Weeks Dye Works colors, and then I think, I don't know if it's this one that has some DMC, because like I said, I looked at all of my patterns. Freedom Flock, which I'm doing in July, and what do you call it? Yeah, there is some DMC. Glory in the Wind, which I'm doing in August, and then this Worthy Patriot, which I'm probably gonna start and just stitch it in the cracks in between when I'm doing all these other things. But so like I said, I think last week I mentioned that somebody I saw in Flosstube was talking about stitching between Memorial Day and Labor Day, working on all these patriotic things. And so I kind of and I think she's working on Worthy Patriot as well. I don't know, but so yeah, that's what I
This is really neat.
decided to do. So there's some Weeks Dye Works and a bunch of Classic Colorworks, and one that I thought I did not have was Blackbird, and so I ordered it, and I do have it. So I have
Extra.
but the one I need more of, I was looking at the floss list there, and it suggests 2 skeins of, I think, grits and red rocks, I think is another one. But so there's lots of detail of how to do there's some long stitches and stuff like that, and what color to use and this and that. Like it says for the characters' eyebrows, to use the same color as their hair, and things like that, and to use this color for the sword and this color for the this flagpole and that flagpole and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so I've got all the threads here, and then like I said, I think I have some that are shared between all these patterns. But what I was thinking of now in this pattern, the pattern is stitched. Let me see that. Is stitched on Cedar River Linen's Coffee Stain is the color that it's.
What stitch count is it stitched on?
36.
But so I was thinking about
Putting it on
Is
that.
that big
this
enough?
color. Yeah, it's big enough. It's 18 by 27, and I think the.
I think it'd be pretty.
Yeah.
The only thing is Betsy Ross's.
That's one thing that I was thinking. I have to do a floss toss to make sure
And
that.
these flags are blue, but they're outlined.
Yeah, they're almost all the flags are
The little,
backstitched.
little
Yeah.
dates.
Yeah. The only thing I was worried about is Betsy Ross's clothing, and there's one other place that uses the like a light blue, and I can't remember what I looked at.
It's all the little banners,
But
and then the white might, if the white is.
yeah, I want to make sure the white shows up, and then there was something else I was looking at. Oh, on Betsy Ross, her dress is outlined in a darker blue, but there's something like
Her
her
little
shawl, yeah, that is light blue. So that's one thing I would, this right here, that I would have to check and see,
But
do
I think,
do a floss toss
You can
I think
change
it's-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this color here,
You can change the colors. Oh,
this color here.
But
that
yeah,
was-
you'd probably have to like take a corner
Yeah.
and like stitch like
Yeah,
a few things and see. But I think it would,
yeah.
in the context of everything else, I think
Yeah.
it would be fine.
Yeah, and seeing these stars are done like in grits,
Mm-hmm.
in that white, I don't have it here, it's in my thing, but,
Yeah.
um,
I think this is really
Yeah.
neat.
Grits might not stand out.
This is a real cool thing.
yeah. So, yeah, so I think that is Mia.
Okay, so I am again working on Murder in the Garden by Hands-On Design. I messed up the last time I worked on it, not yesterday, but the time before that. And I found out yesterday, I went, this is a very skinny bird. He's supposed to be so fat, and I'm like cut off two rows of him. So I'm trying to fix it and without frogging as much, and I'm gonna have to frog more than I thought, so. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna cut it out because I can't figure out which way I stitched it. So that's what I'm working on right now. And I finished the overlay on
And I told her it's exactly the right size.
the shirt. It's supposed to be real loose and blousey on the bottom.
It's really cute.
And I started working on the bodice part, but I don't know what.
She's regretting her life choices in black.
I started, it's black, and I'm like, I can't see these stitches. And, you know,
I know.
in the first place, stitching anything into a chain is
Hard.
hard. But when you're stitching a whole number of things into that chain, to make sure that, because the chain tightens up around the one you're working on because you're sticking a needle in there. So, yeah, so I'm like, am I getting the right number of stitches? I'm constantly having to count.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like anything except a ring of chains right now. So I didn't bring it over.
We're going black chains.
Yesterday was actually a cool day. It's been orange, and then we have a light orange.
A cooler day, not a cool day.
Well, no, it was cooler. Cooler than the days previous. And today is not bad either. Okay, in other places, 95 would be hot. Here, we're going,
All right.
a nice spring day. But, yeah. So, I'm gonna wait on this
But
one
you-
for a second.
I know.
Sort of.
So I finished that Friday, what I was working on with Fridays with Frank that I showed last week, the cute crocodile. And I didn't want to start a new one. I have not a new start, but start on a new one that I want to finish working on with Fridays with Frank, because during the summer I am not going to do the Flosstube Frenzy because I'm doing cross stitch camp.
Right.
And I can only concentrate on, so many things at once. So instead, when he aired yesterday, I worked on anchored tails. I didn't work on it a lot because I had to do a lot of frogging. But this is
It's a pattern about a seahorse, not a frog.
yeah, but the frog keeps jumping in. So I did a lot of blue stitches. I finished the blue stitches on this little guy here. There's one more little guy up here and a lot of seaweed. And then again, I worked on Crazy Stitch in this house. No, We Do Geek. What is the name of this? We Do Geek. And as I said, I skipped the Firefly reference. So I am now on We Don't Care What Others Think. Because in this house we do geek.
Nice.
So that's the part I'm on right now. And I was supposed to be working on my hands-on design project, and I said I don't want to. So I didn't get much further than this hands-on design summer basket. Part of me feels like it's already done because I did the Discornu of the other two, so it's hard to get motivation. I'm getting closer to a finish on this, but not quite.
Oh, wow.
I just kind of went, no, I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling this.
Yeah.
So instead I worked on America Berry by Erica Michaels. And
America, Erica.
this is how far I've gotten.
Just
A little
nice.
bit.
Oh, pretty. That's going to be pretty.
So the stars show up better in person than they do on the camera. I mean, even on the picture that you're going to see. The stars show up pretty good. There's a whole bunch of stars over here, and the word, I'm working on the word liberty, but I ran out of thread. So I worked on stars instead. Justice, liberty and justice is the other word, and more stars. My problem is, because I fudged the word America, 250 is not centered over it. It's like off by a stitch. I had to fudge the star over here. So the eagle, I want to center it over the heart, but then it won't be centered over the 250. I have to decide which one will look worse. I think I'm going to put it over the 250 like it's supposed to be. And if people don't like it, they can sit on a tack. I finished the blue on my flag,
Oh, wow.
and I started some red.
Well, that's really red. And you put blue in the center of the flower, or you just
I
decided to?
look at the
pin.
needle minder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went, well, I can do that. I have a lot of blue left.
Uh-huh.
They gave me a lot of blue, and so here and there,
Yeah.
I can do that because these colors of red, they don't exactly go together.
Yeah.
So you see here how I'm stitching, how I put this middle one
Yeah.
and this
I like
brighter
it.
one.
I think it
But I
looks-
mean, it's not something I'm like, oh yeah, you know. So every now and then I can put
you
a
throw
different
some
color of
in
blue.
there. Yeah. That's cool.
So, yeah. So I'm happy I started on the red. And part of me is like, oh, I haven't stitched on my flag. Oh no. I try to work on it every day, and I get so involved in other things that I forget. Now, my calls for WIP-GO for June, as you recall, out of this magazine, I am working on a project for cross stitch camp, and then June call. I don't have this one marked, so just a sec. Is out of the same magazine, this stack of Biscornus. Now this is just a new start. I don't have to finish it. And I said, well, maybe I can work that instead.
Is that your June WIP-GO call? Is that what
Do
you said?
you make
June
them?
WIP-GO.
Yeah.
Oh, they have beads.
Mm-hmm.
And you make them all and then stick them together, or are they just?
They're just stacked together. They're just stacked together.
Wow.
And I have to decide if I want to do all three, if I want to do one. I think I want to do all three, but I need to have fabric for all three. So I'm not going to start that until later in the month. And I'm going to start on the frog, not frog, fox.
Freudian slip.
On Monday. My other WIP-GO calls are 5 days on a sweet memory. Now, I changed this pattern in a major way. On the bottom, I am not putting blocks and ducks because by the time I got my son, he didn't play with blocks and ducks anymore. What he did do was play a game called Save the Citizen. And he wanted to be in the water all the time. It's so funny to see now that he doesn't want to be in the water all the time now. But back then, you couldn't get him out of the pool. He used to play this game he made up called Save the Citizen. Well, it's from Sky High, kind of. But he would drag me to the deep end, kicking and screaming, because he could swim better than I could. But I am going to leave the handprint and the rest of it. I'm going to put the block up at top. And this is where I am so far. I just put in the sunglasses and part of the towel.
The goggles.
Yeah, the goggles, swim goggles. And then
They're fine.
That's a
If you
dog.
hear dogs crying,
Whining.
please know that they're fine.
yeah, but if we let them in,
goodness.
if we let them in, they start playing, and then we have to put them back out again. So my other WIP-GO call is 5 days on When Witches Go Riding by Tiny Modernist. And I had this pattern in a tablet I have that no longer works.
Oh, that's right.
And I said, okay, and I went into OneDrive to try to get I didn't back up. I backed up 1 and 2, but not 3 and 4.
Oh no.
So I looked through all my emails. Couldn't find it. So finally I contacted Cheryl at Tiny Modernist. I contacted her and said, I want to finish this. And she found it. Apparently
She said, it's taken you this long? No.
she probably was thinking that, but she didn't say it. Apparently I bought it through Three Sisters Creative.
Oh.
That's why I couldn't find it. The email to this. This is where I am. This is why I was screaming. Because I am so close to being done. I just have the very last
So did you
section.
find it?
She sent it to me.
Oh, okay.
And then, because she told me that, I could find it. I was looking online.
Crapalanche.
I'm having a crapalanche. Stay. Stay. Okay, so my other new start is the last of this series. There's going to be a picture here. It was by Cross Stitching for Fun, and now it's called Sunflower Cross Stitch. And it was a free pattern, Wizard Snowman. I've had the extra piece ready. I finished. This is the last one that I did. Was Mary Ravenclaw. So all I have left to do is Mary Hufflepuff. And so that's what I'm going to, second new start from WIP-GO. Now, I want to concentrate on this. Should I get my cross stitch camp piece done? Goodness and Mercy by Sweet Wing Studio. I have part of a bird. I don't have any of the threads that I need. I'll find them later. But this is as far as I've gotten on that. I was really disappointed in the white not showing up because at the attic I said which pattern I wanted to do it on. They said, oh yeah, this will work just fine, and it doesn't show up very well. I had a hard time with the white. Once you put the second stitch over, it shows up. But when you can't see it when you're doing the first leg, it's really difficult. But apparently I do that all the time. Now, this was a pattern that I bought from this year's market, Raven's Harvest Moon by Counting Puddles. I fell in love with it. I kept saying, no, I don't need, I'm just buying the what are they called, Under the Sea?
Mm-hmm. Beneath the Waves.
Beneath the Waves patterns.
Can I see that? It's so pretty.
And
So
I was
neat.
watching Helen D, and she said, I'm starting this August 1st. Does anybody want to start it with me? I raised my hand. I'm going to use it as a birthday start,
Nice.
but not on my birthday. I'm going to start it on August 1st. It's got a lot of specialty stitches. I'm going to be working on it for a year. Maybe it'll be the next project that I work on. every morning for a little while.
Is that going to count as your cross-stitch camp piece?
No, I mean, there's
So
no way I
good.
can finish that in a month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
I'm
could
gonna
still-
work on it instead of cross-stitch camp.
Hmm.
Oh, I see. It's so pretty.
It's beautiful,
My gosh.
just stunning design. You know, who else? What else she designed?
Hmm.
That moonlit moth that's sitting
Oh,
over there.
that you love, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And now it's time for question of the week.
Question of the week. All right, so that brings us to our question of the week. Last week we asked you what you were doing for Memorial Day, and all of you appropriately answered crafting. So that was good. Just more time to do your crafts. So that's great. This week we are wondering, since I can't ever say it,
Semi-quincentennial.
semi-quincentennial is coming on July 4th.
We're practicing.
250 years of this country. Are you, if you're American, are you, or even if you're not, you can still, are you doing anything in your crafting life that is celebrating that? Are you cross-stitching or embroidering or anything else, anything to celebrate that? Let us know. We would love to know. Obviously, you've heard their plans. I don't have anything planned. But I'm going to make a blue quilt. Does that matter? Does that count?
No.
No, it doesn't.
There you go.
count.
Red button.
I'm still trying to decide about my two patterns. I'm kind of thinking this might be the opportunity to finally make my dream quilt of the Storm at Sea. It's just such a cool pattern.
I'm wearing a USA shirt.
Oh man. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, I think that's what I'm going to do. So, but it won't be red, white, and blue. Sorry. No. Because it's going to be forever. But that brings us to stories. I literally have no stories because all I've been doing is working late every night this week. That's my story.
So, we're wanting to clear out the boxes in the garage so we can clear out the storage unit. So Beth and I were going through some stuff, and there was a whole bunch of stuff from my grandmother that she had crocheted, and I found this in there,
It's so pretty.
this doily. And we think that it's supposed to be starched with these popping up, these little flowers popping up, because it doesn't lay flat otherwise. So pretty, and I'm so overjoyed to find something like this that she made. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that she made that I'm like not keeping.
Yeah.
But this I will treasure.
Yeah, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
You guys went to a crafting day at the library?
Yeah, the library has the library out here in Santan has a weekly
They call it yarn crafters.
Yeah, yarn crafters. But the ladies there some have knitting, some have crochet. I think I saw a couple of people doing.
There was another one
cross-stitch.
with cross stitch.
Yeah, there was one lady that had like stretcher bars, and she was working on something big, and another lady
it was
that
a cross
had
stitch. She told me.
and another lady that had a hoop. I couldn't tell if she was doing embroidery or cross stitch because she was across the way. But there were several people there. Most of them were our age or older, but I saw at least one young girl there who was probably in her 20s or 30s.
Oh, nice.
So
Not
but
a
it
lot
was-
of crafting was done.
yeah, it was mostly talking, but it was great because it was like a little, a lot of people do stuff like that. They, get together. I think Pam from Pam and Steph, they used to go regularly to Panera and sit around and stitch and everything else. So it's kind of like that. You just it's like a mini retreat. You just
That's
get together
fun.
and stitch. Yeah.
And
So
it happens every Friday, or?
Yeah,
every Friday,
every
but
Friday.
not next week.
Yeah. Next week they're doing something different.
The children are doing something in that room, so.
And one of the ladies does origami, and she's making like an origami dinosaur,
Oh, wow.
like a T-Rex skeleton or something out of origami. But it's I think she said the head is like this big, so it's not huge. It's just
Yeah.
But yeah, she's doing it out of
And
the
then
paper,
she's
and
gonna
I'm like,
teach the kids how to
Yeah.
make origami stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, there was a knitting group that meets at a coffee shop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, near me. And I went a couple times. It's on a Sunday afternoons, and it's hard because I don't know. That's kind of a day where like
That's
either
when
I
you,
have
when
a
you
concert.
look at your husband.
Yeah, when I look at my husband, like, oh yeah, I'm married to you. Or I have a concert, to go to or to work at. Usually, Sunday afternoons or that, and then also like getting ready for. So it's just I don't know. It's hard for me to just like leave my house, which is terrible.
Well, that's why we hadn't done it till now. We found out about it months
Shortly after
ago.
we moved out here, yeah.
Months
Yeah.
ago.
And I want to be one of those people that like intentionally says I'm going to my knitting group. And then I found out Tempe Yarn and Fiber they did a thing where I guess they rented out a theater and watched the Sheep Detectives.
Oh.
I didn't know about it till they
Oh.
they showed pictures
Such
of
a
it.
good movie.
And I was like, I would have liked to. So I think they show the movie with the lights on,
Mm.
so that you can
You can
still knit.
Uh-huh.
And then they're doing one coming up for what movie is it? I can't remember, but it's another like it's one I'm not super interested in, but I might go just to sit and knit with people. Like that's fun. So I should do that.
Yeah. The Sheep Detectives was really cute.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not-
it looks cute.
It's not as bad to watch a movie with the lights on in a theater as you might think.
No, absolutely.
I used to go to a theater in Florida that they kept the lights on because they served they had tables and they had their concession stand was in the room, so you didn't have to miss any of the movie to go get stuff. Excuse me.
No, so I'm like that's a cool thing. It's not very expensive. So I'm like I might go to that next one. I can't remember what movie it is now. I have to look it up. But I'm like I forgot they were doing that. That's fun. It's a lot of fun.
One lady at that yarn crafters meeting was doing some weaving. She was weaving table placemats.
Like on a rigid heddle loom.
It was a little it was a hand like a square with pegs that she was
Okay.
yeah.
Well, they have turtle looms now that are smaller, but
Yeah, she was just like, by hand weaving stuff,
right,
back
right.
and forth across these little pegs.
Was more it looked like the kind of thing you do pot holders on.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, they have those now. I mean, they've always had them, but there's a couple of brands that are selling those.
But it was bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was one lady that was there that she wasn't actually stitching anything because she's having surgery like in the next couple of days or something on her. She has arthritis, I guess, in her thumb.
Oh gosh.
And so she's having surgery there, and
So she just came for the gab.
yeah, she just came to.
Did you meet anybody though? I mean, like,
Huh?
you met and talked to people.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And they all live around here, obviously.
One of them that we talk to a lot lives in this area.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to make friends.
But it's not very far from here, so
Yeah.
everybody does live somewhere nearby.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad
it
you
was
did
fun.
that.
Yeah, it was fun.
What was I gonna say? I've got
Oh, shoot.
my next month and my next 2 months are gonna be kind of at work.
Again?
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah, I won't relax until probably August. So at work. So we
So
just got some. We're about to announce our season, and it's exciting. We just found out that Bill Murray is coming.
Oh.
I can announce it because by the time you hear this, it'll be public soon on the website. So, yeah, so that's exciting.
He plays an instrument.
I think it's more like I don't really know.
Like a comedy
He's
thing,
coming
or-
with musicians, so I think
Yeah.
it's like storytelling and maybe a little singing and goofing around. Who cares? It'll be fun.
Yeah.
No, I just wondered how he was involved with
Yeah,
you
no,
guys.
he has musicians that are coming with him, so
Yeah, we used to have,
I think he does have like a blues band,
Mm.
but that's not what he's doing with us. So
we had various celebrities who came to do like narration of things like Lincoln Portrait,
Yeah.
we did one thing that our then conductor David Itkin composed. It was like a, what do you call it? I don't know if you would call it an oratorio or something like that, because it had choir and soloists and the orchestra and a narrator, and it was the story of Job, I think was the one we did. No. Well, we did a couple of them. We did Job, but we did one leaving Egypt. What is it? Exodus. I think it was Exodus that we were supposed to have Leonard Nimoy as the narrator,
oh wow.
but in the end he had like a family emergency or something, and so we ended up with William Shatner. Because it was like it's not a Star Trek thing. It was just that they were both like I guess managed by the same company or whatever, and so they
Well, at least you didn't have
And he
a
was-
situation like we did where Morgan Freeman didn't show up. We had to refund everybody's tickets. But
But yeah, we had Maya Angelou and
that's fun.
Danny Glover and then William Shatner. Yeah.
That's neat.
So yeah, it was kind of fun.
So it'll be exciting, and I think everyone's gonna like it. And we're implementing some new systems also with our ticketing. So
That's why
it's
you
kinda
went to that. That's why you went to that conference.
well, the conference I went to just as a matter of course, it was really good. But no, we're starting a patron portal, which is all new to the whole organization, and everybody's freaking out about it. And it's all in my lap, and if it fails, it'll all be on me. But it won't fail. It'll be fine.
It'll be your fault.
It'll be my fault. And I'm like, please fire me. I must go home and knit. After a meeting yesterday, I was like, I told my friend, I'm like, I just want to go home and knit now. This is
So
too much.
when you were talking about like Sunday afternoons being bad for you, that reminded me of that cartoon that, or I guess it's a meme, whatever, where but there's a musician, a person, this sketch going, oh yay, it's Friday, and then they hit their head, I forgot I'm a musician.
Yeah. I think this is the first time in this sweater I messed up my count, so now I gotta go back and count the whole thing.
And that's because you're talking.
Yes.
So we're gonna go
But-
see the
We're gonna see The
Mandalorian,
Mandalorian.
Grogu. I always trying to say his name Grogu, but it's Grogu.
Grogu. Okay, so I have
It's
to tell
easier
you.
to say Baby Yoda.
I have to tell you a funny thing about Grogu. I cannot disassociate Grogu with my cat Hobbs. Because we always talked about when Grogu first came out, when Baby Yoda and all that he reminded my entire family of Hobbs. The way Hobbs looks at you, like his little expressions and how he's so attached to me. And so we always joke about calling him our little Grogu.
Uh-huh.
And I cannot separate those two. So when I see Grogu on the screen, I have this affection for him like I do for Hobbs. It's so crazy.
I actually have a
I,
cross stitch.
I saw the trailer where he's going.
Yeah. So cute. He's so cute. And, because Hobbs will come up and he'll stand up and he'll go like this on you. He's so cute. So anyway, I have an abnormal association with Grogu because I just think of him as like my cat Hobbs. So
I have a cross stitch of Baby Yoda back when I guess when
Before
he
you-
first came out. Somebody had designed a cross stitch of him, and I bought it, and I just never stitched it. As a matter of fact, I had for a long time. I had a piece of fabric set aside for that, and then I ended up using it for something else. But Yeah, I lost my thread.
So
we
we're
need
gonna
to
go,
go.
because
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yes.
go to an afternoon show, we're meeting Rachel over at my house and going.
We have to drive, we have to drive across Phoenix and
Yeah.
then drive across it again and then drive it across again.
Well, and you know, we went to the movies the other day to see The Sheep Detectives, and the theater out here that's closest, it's like, I hate it. I'm very spoiled by the seats at the theater in Chandler, because in Chandler, you know, they're those kind that are like automated, like with you sit there and they're a little wider and they're a little more comfy, and they have a little button and it puts your feet up and all this kind of stuff, you know. And this theater out here,
It's not
they
just that.
they have the kind that like the kind of seats that, you know, that
It's the
spring
fact that
up.
they don't stay
And they
flat.
they don't stay flat, and they don't have leg rests, which is, you know, I'm very spoiled. But also like when, you know, when we were sitting down, you know,
It's
I
a
wanted to
Harkins?
put
It's a Harkins,
yeah,
Yes,
I wanted to
none
put
of the Harkins in this area
have the
have,
new seats.
have
yeah.
the good seats. Just like none of the Dairy Queen in this area serve anything but hot dogs.
But so like I was, you know, I had my little popcorn tray kind of thing, and I had my little purse, and it wasn't heavy enough to hold the seat down.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do I put, you know, it's like trying to figure out, and then the seats are, I don't know, it's just like, it was
I
just
told Beth that the
unpleasant.
next time we go, we'll just take the transport chair and buy handicap seats, just so that we have a little bit more space to
Yeah. Well, and you know, and
Put
I had a
things
hard
down.
I had a hard time actually sitting down in those chairs. I think you weren't there yet. I think you were still waiting with the
I was waiting for the food.
yeah, and so I was trying to sit
Oh, did I find it? I think I found it. Hold
on those seats, and
Nope.
I couldn't like hold the seat down and sit down, because I you know, it was just a I don't know, it was just awkward and a pain, and you know.
Well,
2, 3, 4. That's why you're driving all the way to my house.
Yes, it is.
yeah. So
To go to the good theater.
That's right.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. I found it. It's not too far back. Look.
so we'll go.
Yeah.
So we're going to go. Thank you so much for joining us again. Sorry, we're just babbling and counting. But that's why you love us. That's why you come. We give you plenty of time to work on your crafts. So you're welcome. Thanks for joining us and hanging out with us, and we will see you again. So long, Nay. Bye.